Board of Directors, officers, regional councils, and members for inviting me to join this gathering. Actually, ako ang sumusunod-sunod sa PICPA. Kung maalala niyo po, last year nandoon din ako sa Sorsogon. Sinusundan-sundan ko po kayo kasi nandito po yung mga COA auditors. Ladies and gentlemen, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Madayaw, maayong adlaw kaninyong tanan. Magandang araw sa inyong lahat. Unahin ko po muna ang aking mga pagpapasalamat. Nagpapasalamat po ako na pinili ninyo ang Davao City ng venue ng inyong 79th PICPA Annual National Convention. Maraming salamat po sa suporta ninyo sa lokal na ekonomiya ng Davao City. At nagpapasalamat din ako sa inyong imbitasyon sa akin na dumalo sa inyong convention dahil nabigyan ako ng pagkakataon na umuwi sa aming bahay dito sa Davao City. Na-miss daw ako ng aking unan, sabi niya sa akin kagabi. At ang pagsunod na pagpapasalamat ay mula pa rin po sa akin. Nagpapasalamat po ako sa patuloy ninyo na suporta sa mga programa at proyekto ng Office of the Vice President. At ang susunod na pagpapasalamat ay mula po sa aming pamilya, ang pamilya Duterte. Napakalaki po ng utang na loob namin sa inyong lahat, mga kababayan namin, sa pagkakataon na ibinibigay ninyo sa amin na makapagsilbi sa ating pamahalaan. Maraming salamat po sa inyo. We live in a world that revolves around values, the principles that make our pursuit of a meaningful life an experience of purpose, reason, and results. They are the foundation of societies, and civilizations were molded from the values that dictated the extraordinary evolution of humanity, our culture, and of course, our faith. We inherited these values from the generations that came before us, and they will be our gift to the generations to come. And that is if they will overcome the test of time. It is an honor to be part of the 79th Philippine Institute of Certified Public Accountants Annual National Convention. I thank PICPA's National Board of Directors, officers, regional councils, and members for inviting me to join this gathering. Actually, ako ang sumusunod-sunod sa PICPA. Kung maalala niyo po, last year, nandoon din ako sa Sorsogon. Sinusundan-sundan ko po kayo kasi nandito po yung mga COA auditors. Pasensya na po sa mga hindi tiga-COA, pero nakalock na po lahat ng mga pintuan. Hindi na po kayo makakalabas lahat. But truly, it is a pleasure to be with all of you, and I hope I still get an invitation in your future annual national conventions. Pambihirang pagkakataon na lang ngayon mapag-usapan ang values. Alam nating mahalaga ang mga ito sa atin, pero parang bihira na lang natin itong matalakay bilang isang komunidad. Sa ating mismo education system, kamakailan lang nabalik ang values education. Matagal nawala o tinanggal ang good manners and right conduct sa ating curriculum. Alam niyo po, noong ako ay nasa elementary, nasa high school, meron pa po kaming GMRC noon. At each year, you are assigned value. And I remember sa mga values na inassign sa akin, one that stood out was during my first year in high school. I was assigned the value of perseverance. And dahil napag-aralan ko yun ng isang taon, dahil assigned ka ng isang value isang taon, napag-aralan ko yun isang taon, nakakatulong siya sa aking trabaho at sa aking personal at pribado na buhay. Kaya mahalaga na matutunan natin, hindi ngayon lang kung kailan tayo ay accountants na, kung kailan tayo ay mga abogado na, kundi doon sa simula, 1, 2, 3, 4 years old. Alam nyo, lagi natin sinasabi ngayon, iba na yung kabataan ngayon. Lagi natin naririnig yan. Iba na ang kabataan ngayon. At hindi, as a parent, hindi ko ma-explain kung saan ba ang pagkakamali. Doon ba sa curriculum, sa edukasyon ng mga bata, sa pagpapalaki ba namin mag-asawa? Bakit hindi sila tulad nung kung ano yung kinalakihan namin? As an example, nasa ating Bible, obey and respect your parents. And therefore, noong parenting style ng mga magulang namin, and I'm sure marami sa inyo dito, hindi ka pwedeng sumagot sa magulang mo. Hindi ka pwedeng magbigay ng rason, magbigay ng excuse. Pag nagkamali ka, diretso na bunalan. Sa amin. In fact, kaming kasi magkalapit yung edad namin ni Congressman Pulong Duterte. There's only 3 years between us. He's 3 years older than me. Hindi po ako ang mas matanda, ha? Laging maraming nagsasabi na ako ang ate. Siya po ang kuya. Magaling lang siya mag-alaga ng aging niya. Kanakuway ba? Unsa na sa Tagalog? Ratan. Ang mama namin, merong ratan. Stick. Na every time there is wrongdoing, every time there is mischief, na normal naman sa mga bata, being naughty, kasi hindi pa nga nila alam kung anong right or wrong, with no question, hampasin ka talaga. Therefore, kaming magkapatid, meron kaming song. Pag meron ng ginawang kalukuhan, yung either ako or siya, mag-aana na ko, pagbantay sa uway ni mama, pagbantay sa uway ni mama. Ganon kami magkatsawan, mga kapatid. Kasi alam namin darating na yung palo. But, may I just compare, hindi ako nagpaalam sa kanya na ikukwento ko sa inyo kung anong mga sinabi niya, but paalam na lang ako mamaya pag nagkita kami. So I have, hindi ko na lang sabihin din kung sino sa kanilang tatlo. I have a child. And then, sa atin, diba, pag inutusan tayo ng magulang natin, sinabihan tayo ng magulang natin, diretso na yan. Wala nang, mamaya na, sandali lang. May ginagawa pa ako. 10 minutes, 5 minutes ma. Wala yan. Sa kanila, meron. And somehow, pag hindi mo binigay yung 10 minutes or 5 minutes mo, sila pa ang galit. At ikaw pa ang masama. So, isang beses, it's always like this. 10 minutes, 5 minutes. Tapos, hindi naman nasusunod yung 10 minutes, 5 minutes. Kahit gusto ko siya turuan ng value ng isang salita. Sabi ko, pag sinabi mo 10 minutes, pwede ba 10 minutes talaga? Kasi after 10 minutes mo, laging 30 minutes, laging 1 hour. So, sabi niya, dami na ako sinabi, madami ako, galit na ako, madami na akong sinabi. At sa frustration ko sa mga sagot niya, sinabi ko sa kanya, huwag mo akong sagutin. Dahil alam mo, may hiwa itong tiyan ko. Gusto mo makita ngayon? Pakita ko sa'yo. May hiwa itong tiyan ko. Dahil lumabas ka dito. Hindi ko gusto hiwain. Sino ba gusto hiwain ang tiyan niya? Para lumabas ang isang bata. Sabi ko, at pangalawa, sabi ko, muntik akong mamatay bago kita pinanganak dahil nagpupo ka sa loob ng tiyan ko. Nag 50-50 pa ang buhay ko nang dahil sa iyo. And you know, anong pagsagot niya? Ano ito sila? Generation Alpha ito. Sabi niya, is that a me problem or a you problem? Napaisip naman ako, bastos nga itong bata na ito dahil wala ito sa obey and respect your parents, pero hindi naman niya sinabi na ipanganak mo ako, magbuntis ka dyan, mag-asawa ka at So, yun yung hindi ko alam bakit nagbago yung values from the 1970s, the 1980s, to the year 2024. But I think we should go back to really hard parenting because that is the only way that the children will understand and will recognize and will value values sa personal nila na buhay, sa professional nila na buhay. We should start young and we should continue on until we let them go and become their own persons in this world. In a world where values are often challenged or threatened, it is essential that we, as duty bearers, stand firm in our commitment to uphold the values that will help us shape the future of this nation. Ladies and gentlemen, PICPA's recognition as a 5-time outstanding, accredited, integrated professional organization by the Professional Regulation Commission speaks volumes about your commitment to ethical excellence and integrity. And of course, leadership. The Office of the Vice President and PICPA share many things in common, particularly in our commitment to building a stronger and more inclusive Philippines. Like PICPA, the Office of the Vice President is deeply committed to strengthening financial systems and ensuring good governance. We have been diligently developing and implementing sound financial policies and procedures to improve government efficiency and effectiveness. We believe in transparency and accountability, and we adhere strictly to the Commission on Audit's reporting guidelines. This commitment to transparency and adherence to the highest standards of financial management is a testament to our dedication to serving the Filipino people with integrity and accountability. Like any good financial steward, the OVP is committed to optimizing resource allocation. We have expanded the reach of our services through our satellites and public assistance extension offices, bringing our programs closer to the communities we serve. PICPA members understand the challenges of expansion and optimizing resource allocation, a difficult task that we at the OVP faced during our expansion phase. We worked hard to ensure every peso is used effectively and efficiently to deliver essential services to underserved communities. Nahirapan po kami noong una because satellite offices have never been done before sa Office of the Vice President. So, walang nasusundan ng mga guidelines, walang institutionalization ng kahit ano. So, we started from scratch, taking the model that we did here in the city government of Davao and implementing it on a national scale. Through insights from our financial managers, we were able to make informed decisions about resource allocation and prioritize critical needs. As we navigate the challenges of budget cuts, the OVP's finance team is committed to finding creative solutions that allow us to continue providing high-quality services at the central office and our satellite offices in the regions. Incidentally, this is the 89th year of the Office of the Vice President. We celebrated it last November 15 in the central office at meron kaming iba't ibang roll-out ng mga projects sa iba't ibang lugar sa Pilipinas using our satellite offices in Pangasinan, Isabela, our extension office, in Lipa, Batangas. We have in Bicol region as well, although the blind side, ang Bicol region namin, they shifted to relief operations because of the typhoons and the flooding that happened. And then we have in Bacolod, Cebu, and Tacloban, we will do it in a municipality in Leyte. And we have one in Cotabato City for BAR, one in Zamboanga City for Western Mindanao, one in Caraga for Caraga and Northern Mindanao, and one in Southern Mindanao here in Davao City. So marami po kaming mga activities for the past 7 days and in the next 7 days. So if you find yourself in one of those activities, just say hello to the Office of the Vice President personnel dahil isang taon po nila pinlano ang rollout ng 89 years anniversary ng Office of the Vice President as they are planning our 90 years in November 2025 kung hindi ako ma-impeach. The OVP is committed to empowering marginalized communities and fostering inclusive economic growth. Our Magnegosyo Tanday program provides grants and entrepreneurship training to individuals and groups from sectors like women, LGBTQ, persons with disabilities, farmers, and fisher folks. Ang Magnegosyo Tanday program, this was crafted here in Davao City. Uniqueness, or hindi naman unique dahil marami namang mga ganito na mga entrepreneurship program ng Go Negosyo. But the difference between this program and other parang livelihood grants of other government offices is that in the Magnegosyo Tanday, you are really required to sit down for training on how to conduct a business. Dahil sa experience namin noon, panahon ko, when I was mayor, lalapit sa amin, hihingi kami sa DOLE ng livelihood grants, bibigyan ng DOLE ng pera, and that's it. 10,000 and then ubus na siya sa pagbayad ng utang. Hindi marunong mag-rolling ng kapital yung mga individuals asking for livelihood grants. So gumawa kami, we crafted a program na the first requirement is you have to commit to sit down to training para hindi nauubos yung kapital sa maling pagpapatakbo ng negosyo. This program goes beyond financial assistance, offering a suite of training that includes essential financial literacy and management skills. We believe that by equipping individuals with the knowledge and tools to manage their finances effectively, we can help them build sustainable businesses and contribute to a more equitable economy. PICPA's expertise in financial management and accounting makes you ideal partners in this endeavor. In fact, makes you a valuable partner of government. Mentorship with PICPA for our MSMEs could provide valuable guidance on financial planning, record keeping, and business management practices, helping our aspiring entrepreneurs navigate the challenges of starting and growing their businesses. I'm sure you know that many micro and small enterprises fail dahil yon lagi because they lack financial literacy on how to run their micro and small businesses. By working together, we can ensure that the benefits of Magnegosyo Tanday reach even more individuals and communities, fostering a more inclusive and prosperous Philippines. A nation without strong values is a nation on a wetland, weak, shaky, and unsteady. Tandaan natin na meron tayong kapangyarihang magtakda ng ating kinabukasan bilang mga Pilipino. Tayo lamang ang makakagarantiya ng kinabukasan ng ating bansa. Together, let us fortify the values that we hold dear, instill them in our children, and practice them in our own lives. Let us build a nation where values pave the way for a future of inclusivity and opportunity for all Filipinos. Mga kababayan, before I end, naging mayor po ako ng siyudad ng Davao. Noon, nung panahon ko, we targeted, what do you call this, MICE, meetings, incentive travel, conferences, and exhibit. Yun ang target market ng city tourism office namin. And madami na akong mga convention na naatenan. I welcomed everyone to Davao City as I welcome you now to Davao City. And madami akong experiences na merong nagpapapicture sa akin at sinasabi nila na, hindi Sarah, magpapicture tayo para maniwala ang asawa ko na nandito ako sa Davao City at nag-attend ako ng convention. Marami po ako, yes, that is true. Through the years, hanggang ngayon, meron akong mga events na na-attenan na lagi sinasabi sa akin, mapapicture tayo kasi kailangan ko ipadala sa asawa ko. Nandito ako sa events. So, sabi ko sa mayor ng Davao City, sabi ko sa kanya, I'm going to the PICPA convention at kailangan nila ng evidence na nandito sila sa Davao City. So, sabi ko sa kanya, ano bang makontribute mo sa aming lahat para makabili kami ng Davao City t-shirt at makabili kami ng durian candy at makabili kami ng mga canvas tote bag na nakalagay Davao City para pagbalik namin sa aming mga bahay, meron kaming pampasalubong at meron talagang evidence na hindi binili sa Shopee dahil may resibo galing sa Davao City. So sabi niya, akong bahala sa inyong lahat. Sabihin mo lang sa kanila na maghanda ako ng 1,000 gift certificates para sa kanilang lahat. Yes ma'am, 4,000 kayo lahat ma'am. Ang total sabi nung kasama ko, 4.3 million. Hindi po ito galing sa confidential funds ma'am. Huwag ka mag-alala. Yes ma'am. Nakalagay dito, 4,300. Tama? Yes. 1,000 per person. Yes. Paalala lang po, hindi ito pambili ng sigarilyo at beer doon sa mga malls. Ito po ay pambili ng Davao City t-shirt para po pag-uwi ninyo sa inyong mga hometowns at suot ninyo ang t-shirt ay sasabihin ninyo hindi ito galing sa confidential funds. Mga kababayan, patuloy po tayo maging matatag tungo sa pagtaguyod ng isang bansang makabata at mga batang makabansa. Ang lahat ng ginagawa natin ay para sa Diyos, sa bayan, at sa bawat pamilyang Pilipino. Syukran.